Mode.London, the one-stop shop for all things UK underground. Tune in to hear the best in grime, dubstep, garage, drum and bass, funky and more. You can follow us on Instagram at moderadio.london and Twitter at Mode.London. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel Mode.London for all the freshest content. Keep it locked, Mode is home.
Yes, people. Welcome back to the Tallboy Show. This month, got Rach and Sade from Spotlight Events. Very kindly come all the way up from Brighton. We're going to be chatting about dubstep in Brighton, how they got on the event scene, and just a nice little natter. So I got a little technicalities in the studio today. There's 3 of us on the mic, and if you're watching the live stream, I'm just going to stand here and hold this button down. So I guess to start with, we were having a little chat before, had a little coffee and a catch up before we came up, and I've kind of been watching what Spotlight have been doing for a little while, kind of seeing the events that you're putting on and the kind of sets that you're doing there and the way that you created the space that you have. So that really piqued my interest, and I wanted to bring you on because I wanted you to talk more about that. I feel like in London, we're kind of aware of the Brighton scene a little bit, but as I said with Taylor last month, we can be a little bit London-centric and we can be a little bit closed off. And I haven't really seen the kind of spaces being created in the ways that you've been doing with Spotlight. So I guess to start with, when did you start doing Spotlight events, and what was the kind of trigger point for you to start putting on events?
So I started Spotlight by myself in October 2023, and I'd only been mixing for a year, and to be honest, I kept getting booked for house, and I don't really like house music, and they just felt like there wasn't really a place for heavier music, especially for people that weren't that established. It was very house and D&B centered, and every single lineup I was on, I was the only woman or the only queer person, and I kind of just felt like this wasn't why I started mixing. I started mixing for the love of the music, but also for sense of community, I guess, and I just wanted to meet other female and queer DJs that didn't necessarily play hyperpop or techno, because there's a lot of queer events in Brighton, but they all play quite similar types of music, and it's not bass music really at all. So I did an event all October 2023, and I met Sade a couple of months after. We were on a lineup together. Actually, Ryan, if you know Furious Styles, he brought us together. He booked both of us for that lineup, and it was both of our first dubstep sets. Actually, it was so exciting. I'd been waiting to be able to play what I actually wanted to play, and I met Sade, and then after a couple months of doing a lot of kind of chatting shit about the scene in Brighton, I asked her if she wanted to be a resident DJ alongside a couple of other really, really cool people, Audio Dune and JMO, who Audio Dune's a garage DJ. She actually played here yesterday with P. Bully as a guest, and JMO is the biggest junglist ever. She's sick. And then after about 6 months of having resident DJs, Spotlight grew quite a lot, and we all had a meeting, and I was just how how would you guys feel about doing a bit more than just DJing and making it more of a collective? Because that was why I started it in the first place. I just didn't really know anyone. And also, as it grew, I needed more help, and we all became really close. So now it's a whole group thing, and yeah.
I'm just going to switch over to this microphone. Don't mind the technicalities in the studio. I didn't want to keep holding down the button and looking over.
No, we'll share.
Yeah, cool. Okay, that's really interesting. I feel like that kind of fills some things in for me. And again, like, I kind of wanted to hear a bit more about, you know, I know you mentioned that when I asked you to come down, you're like, I don't get to play dubstep much.
Yeah.
You were really excited to play dubstep.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that very few people were being put on those lineups who weren't men.
Yeah.
There's a blokey scene. Was the excitement there when you decided to do this? Because I know you mentioned for yourself this is exciting, but was there a palpable sense of excitement within a community that began to grow of people in the queer community, people who weren't like heteronormative, straight, like men, around playing that kind of music and being in that kind of space? Because was there like a gap there that really felt exciting to fill?
I think yes, but I was very uncertain. The first event I did for Spotlight was basically just like my friends and friends of friends that came. Nice. But after meeting Sade and Jojo and Sienna, it was very obvious that there were female and queer DJs that mixed like dubstep and jungle and heavier music, but we'd all had the same experience in Brighton, which was very rarely getting booked for the genres we actually liked. And once we kind of became more of a team and we did a club night rather than just like nights in pubs, and I think the club night, that was February 2024, and that was the first time that there were so many people there, and it went really well, and it was quite obvious that there was a gap. But it definitely took a few months of trying to actually trying to meet people, because a lot of my friends weren't necessarily music heads. Like, they're very supportive and they'd come to the events, but they were coming to be supportive. They weren't coming because they loved the tunes. Whereas once like me and Sade met and we met the others, we kind of actually found people that did want to come for the music. And that was a big difference. And yeah, people said to like both of us, and we've met a lot of people that we've become friends with through them coming to the events. Like Emco, she's a new Spotlight resident, but she just used to come to Spotlight for like a year, and then we kept telling her like, you need to learn to DJ, you need to learn to DJ, and now she's learned to DJ, and now she's part of it too. But we literally just met her because she would come to the events and chat to us.
Yeah, that's really cool. I kind of wanted to ask that question because I feel like my favorite things or scenes that I've seen build up have come from a group of people being like, no one's fucking putting this on for us, so we're going to do it ourselves. And there's a little bit of that in when Poison Rat Taylor came on the show last time. She was talking about sound system culture in New Zealand, and people just started doing stuff because they wanted it there. And that was what I really loved about what really drew my eye to Spotlight, was like the nature of just being like, fuck it, we're going to do this because no one else is doing it for us. I would really love to hear a bit more about both of your own personal journeys into dubstep, into bass music, and kind of where that came from.
So yeah, when I first started DJing, I would just do like jungle. I was like really, really heavy on like my old school jungle. That was like my main genre. And then I just guess like it kind of intertwines with dubstep, just like deep bass sounds. And then I kind of found myself just like falling into dubstep. But yeah, I also was like, I never really thought I'd be playing dubstep because, like, you know, where is the dubstep in Brighton? Do you know what I mean?
There's no dubstep.
Yeah. So, and then I guess, yeah, it's just happened when me and you were on the same lineup. And I was like, oh, there actually, maybe there is a little bit, do you know what I mean? And then from there, it just like went further, I guess. I like all types of like deep bass music, so dubstep's like perfect for like me. And yeah, it's just a genre that I love playing.
I think just before I ask you about your own personal journey as well, there was something I kind of wanted to ask you, having watched some of your clips and listened to some of your mixes. What really stands out for me with your style is there's a lot of really old school dubstep there. There's a lot of like really rootsy, headsy stuff. And that kind of caught my eye because a lot of people do sets now where they'll drop like the occasional scream tune or the occasional like old school tempo tune, and it's great and it kicks off, and then they go to like some tear out or some like new stuff. But there seemed to be, for me, and I don't know if I'm reading that wrong, like a real thread in your taste there, and I'd love to learn a bit more about where that came from.
I guess it was when I first started actually like listening to dubstep. It was when I went to Outlook Festival, about maybe like I'd say 4 years ago, and when I was just hearing like the pure like deep bass, like that just, I don't know, and it was like I just really liked it. I just liked the sounds of it, just like not too much, but just pure, I guess, just bass and like interesting sounds that you don't really hear from any other genre. And yeah, I guess it also comes from like my love of like sound system dub, like really loud, bassy, just like things like that just like you feel the vibrations, and it's just feels like not too much going on, but it has like such a good effect. Do you know what I mean? If I'm like using the right words to explain it, I guess it's just like from me like going out listening to things, and then I guess like that influences my mixing of things that I want to hear out. That's what I would like enjoy playing, rather than thinking about, oh, like what's the most popular dubstep song at the moment, like things like that. And yeah, I guess that's just where the mixing style comes from.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that really stands out. I think you have kind of a unique sound there, and it's why it complements the two of you and your back-to-backs a lot. Like, I've kind of, Rach, sort of seeing your mixes and seeing some of your clips, seen a bit more of the techie influence as well. I know you, big up, you played one of my tunes on radio and blended it with one of Tora's tunes, like quite a grime techno type influence. And I kind of, I liked how the two of you wove together in a back-to-back where you were reaching for some really old school stuff. And
Favorite back-to-back partner.
We all have one. It's a special little chemistry. So yeah, I guess Rach, like, if you could tell me maybe a little bit more about how you got into dubstep and where your journey in bass music came as well, it'd be kind of interesting to hear, especially you having mentioned that it felt like there was a bit of not really enough of that in Brighton. So for you personally, how did you kind of enter into that?
I feel like I have to do a disclaimer for dubstep in Brighton that Kamer and Misfit are carrying the scene, and like always have been. They're both lovely, and they're both sick DJs and producers. But they can't hold it all on their backs with two of them. But there are a few people, and they've been about for time, and I know that they both grew up in Brighton, so they've like been pushing dubstep in Brighton for ages. But it's like far and few between rather than a whole scene. I really liked reggae and dub and sound system culture. My dad used to play a lot of that when I was little, like in the car and stuff. And then that kind of just turned into dubstep for me. As my personal interest in dub and reggae grew, when I first started mixing, it was kind of more dubby but heavier dub, and then it kind of became dubby dubstep, and then that became dubstep. And I think that was the same love for like jungle for me, was just kind of ragga influenced jungle, and then like got a bit more into different things, and like Sade has taught me so much about jungle. I feel like we complement each other with that, of like back-to-backs. Like if I ever need to practice for a jungle set, I tell Sade, come and help me, and like she does the same thing if she gets booked for dubstep, and then we help each other with those genres.
Yeah, that's really fun. Again, going back to like, there's always that one back-to-back partner you have who's just like, the natural chemistry is there, and you kind of help each other out. And it always works best when you have slightly different tastes as well, and you kind of weave them together. So I've been saying that. Thank you for coming up from Brighton, but you're both from North London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here today, like, this isn't far from home.
That was a funny little revelation that when we were chatting about that, and I know when we were having a coffee downstairs a little bit earlier, just having a bit of a catch up before the show, you kind of described feeling, or at least Rach, you described feeling more at home in Brighton now, having been there for 4 years, and also talked a bit about the kind of small town nature of it, and how there's, you can walk from one side of it to the other. It's a lot less hectic than London, at least. But how do you think that sort of influenced the way in which you put on community-focused events? Does it feel more friendly? Do you feel like there's a familiar crowd there a lot because it is a smaller town?
I think that yes and no. I think it depends on the venue. If we're doing a club night, it could definitely be different people each time, and it varies. But there's definitely a good group of people that like no one in Spotlight was friends with, and now we all kind of recognise because they come back. Right. And Brighton has a really, really queer community, and it's massive. Like, that's definitely why I feel so at home there. But not necessarily a massive group of queer people that specifically like heavier music. As I said before, there's a lot of queer events, but the music that they play is quite specific, and it's very different to us. So we also we're not, we're a collective of women and queer people, but we never turn anyone away at the door. So like, we've done events before, and there's been way more men than women in the room, and like, we're like, as long as you're respectful, we don't care. That whole premise was like inclusive, not exclusive. We didn't want to do an event that was strict on who could come in, as long as everyone that was coming in knew who was going to be DJing, and like that the whole point of it is to be a safe space. So in that sense, community kind of varies, I think. What do you think with people coming to events?
Well, I guess, it's like we put on the events, but it's not for like a certain type of person. It's for like everyone to come and enjoy the music and like just be on a good vibe, really. It's never like, oh, you can come, you can't. It's for everyone, as long as you're respectful and you want to listen to music and you want to have a good time. Like,
I love that you putting on Spotlight has come from a place of just wanting more spaces that feel opened up to play that kind of music in a way that isn't. I go to a lot of dubstep events in London, and they're, not really ashamed to say, they're heavily blokey. It's really bad at times. Like, I was stood in one the other week in a basement with someone. It was like a label night, and I looked over to my mate and I was like, this looks like a collection of people who will be camera members in 10 years' time. This is terrible. Again, I think that's what I found really exciting about Spotlight, because this idea of bass music just being for one group of people, or it just looking like one group of people, is obviously false. Like, we know that everyone fucking loves dubstep. Dubstep is great. In terms of the Brighton scene, because it is, as you said, so small, and the whole tight Kamer and Misfit as well. A lot of love for Kamer. Does that create quite a tight bond between the people who do love dubstep, who do want to play, and who do want to make something happen in Brighton?
Yeah, I think it's a collective pain, to be honest. Like, of kind of trying to put on specifically dubstep nights and it being really challenging. I know I've spoken to Misfit about this a lot, because obviously he ran a lot of dubstep nights over the past 2 years, and you always need a headliner, basically, which is the same in a lot of places, but I think especially in Brighton, like, even with cheap tickets, even with free events, like, we did a free event, and it was strictly dubstep, and no one came. And we did a free event, and it was garage, jungle, and dubstep, and it was really busy. Like, you just can't, unfortunately, you just can't specifically hone in on dubstep because, like, the scene's just not there. Whether that's a queer event or whoever's organising it, everyone kind of feels the same way. But I think there is a community aspect, like, very quickly to me moving to Brighton and, like, getting to know Kamer and Misfit. I went on their show on Sub FM, and that was really nice. And I know that they kind of have guests, and they're all people in Brighton that like dubstep, but there's not that many people. And I think also people that do like it don't necessarily know about what's going on. Like, we found that with Spotlight it's quite tricky because we're women and queer-led collective, but we don't quite fit into the queer scene because of the music that we play. But we also don't quite fit into, like, the strictly, like, grungy dubstep scene because of how we appear, and also because, like, within the collective people mix different things. So we kind of found ourselves in this little in-betweeny spot, but now there's enough of us that it's okay.
Yeah, I love that. I think, you know, like I said before, some of my favorite, I think, scenes in, like, music and favorite things that have happened just in general come from a bunch of people being like, no one's fucking doing this for us, so we're just going to do it for ourselves. And then finding other people who feel the same way and creating those bonds, and finding those people who are really like-minded, and it leads into, like, a larger community, which is just really nice. Like, you end up with these people around you who are like, we would have never connected otherwise. So I think that's really lovely to hear. In terms of venues in Brighton, what's your favorite venue? And also, I should have checked the page, where are you putting your next event on for Spotlight?
Well, my favourite venue at the moment, now that it's nice and summer vibes, is of course Fortune of War. And is that our next event, is it?
Yeah.
Coming up soon.
Yeah, 19th.
Oh, that worked out well, didn't it?
Yeah, on the 19th, which is good. Jungle and dubstep night, my favourites.
Yeah. Fortune of War is basically one of the only places in Brighton that you can do a free event and play the music you want to play. I think it's the only.
Yeah,
the only
and the
place,
vibes are always good there. You know, like, everyone's, like, up, everyone's happy, and it's just a really nice venue, to be fair.
It's outside, it's on the seafront, so it's
perfect.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, sick. I was going to ask about that, actually, because you mentioned now it's summer, and I was like, is it open air?
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
But there's
That's
still,
sick.
like, events inside, but the outdoor one's just something different.
Yeah, I've seen some clips that both of you sent over of kind of, like, these courtyard sets and stuff. It looks amazing. Like, it looks so much nicer than just being in an industrial state in London, getting lost on the way there. So I think we're sort of getting towards the point now where we're going to have a little blend, a little back through back, chuck in some dubstep bangers. I know you're excited because you really wanted to play dubstep on the show, and that is, I'm really excited for that too, and I'm excited to hear both of your tastes come into this. Before we get started, what is the tune that you're playing the most, like, on repeat right now? Like, what's the dubstep tune which is really standing out to both of you?
Well, I told you this earlier that it was yours, and you told me that you'd be embarrassed if I said that on the show.
Oh, yeah, I did expect you to say that. Thank you very much. Other than me, I can't. I swear I didn't pre-organize that. No. We're not coming on the Tallboy show to talk about Tallboy stuff. I swear.
I was gassing him up, and he was like, "You can't. I'm going to ask this. You can't say it on the show. I'm too shy." I was like, "Well, it's true. It's what I've been playing all the time."
Yeah, thank you. Is there anything else on your USB that isn't really coming out of rotation much at the moment?
I've got I won't play it today because it's not dubstep, but Mia May is an amazing electronic music producer from Liverpool, but she plays the harp.
Sick.
And it's insane. She's basically found a way to curate her classical music talent and recorded her harp and then put it into like a kind of heavy breakbeat.
Nice.
And it's so cool.
Sick.
It's so cool. And yeah, I think that's coming out for her in the next couple months. So Mia May, everyone should check it out because it's completely new and it's an amazing blend of two things that she loves that she's put into one.
Yeah, that sounds sick. What about you, Sade?
I think a dubstep song that kind of ends up coming out in majority of all my sets. It's like the go-to when you're kind of stuck in between like which direction you want to take it. It would probably be Ancient Memories, the Scream remix. That one always, somehow it always comes out. It's never planned, but it just all of a sudden shows on the screen and I'm playing it. Like
Yeah, sick. I love that. And again, like leaning into your old school taste there. Very, very vibey. Sick. Okay, I think we're going to get started on a little back through back now. I've not actually lined up a tune for this, so I'm just going to crack one on. And then we'll get going. Hold tight, anyone locked in. I hope you're enjoying it. Once again, it's the Tallboy show on Mode.London. Joined today by Rach and Sade from Spotlight Events. Just had a little chat about Brighton, the dubstep scene, and their work on the event circuit there. Yeah, let's get started with some tunes. This one, NLDC 001. Hold tight, Sedan. Hold tight, Josh Kewis. Hold tight, the NLDC gang.
Okay, you're a goon, but what's a goon to a goblin?
nervous cause you're talking like you never take one L. I remember mum went in my room, went for my drawers and then she took man scales. And in the same year, Fed went to my bro's yard, went through his door and then took man cells. When I like Mike is sick right now, I'll be sick for life like. When I say T-rap and G-rand, I'm speaking my language. Everyone thinks they can be round. After work break, get demo. Bro so childish, it's not Fortnite, but he got a man down there emoted. I'm not Kendrick, but somebody please tell these MCs that they're not like us. Man did tee off a Tesco sim, now not like her. Them man think they can verse of the scene, that's like kid in my car. Man serve food at functions on the low, then I'm on my solo like the Pied Piper. Don't be a jackass like Steve-O, car you are not a madman like Steve-O. Last person that run off the plug, nearly got killed for that food like Bevo. I'm old school, so when I play FIFA, still chin the buttons like I'm on Pro Evo. R2 finesse, R1 run, square to shoot, man, know what I mean, bro. Don't be a jackass like Steve-O, car you are not a madman like Steve-O. Last person that run off the plug, nearly got killed for that food like Bevo. I'm old school, so when I play FIFA, still change the buttons like I'm on Pro Evo. R2 finesse, R1 run, press square to shoot, yeah, know what I mean, bro. Look, it's of course, let me step and just heat it. One mega bullshit I heard when you're speaking. Bro, fresh home off the wing like Foden. Tryna get a white boy out like Grealish. You know the call with your nick, that's Stormzy. Man, better shut up, zero speaking. Certain man, they move like rats car, man, get caught in the trap and they're squealing. I love money just like over shoulder on me and bros like Kel and Keenan. You get money and they spend it on gal. I'm on the end scheming about leaving. Bro, tryna shoot man from the backseat like SJ when he sees man gun leaning. Really doing Warzone in real life, man, zooming, aiming, and then he starts beaming. And I'm as proud of a nigga when he said he doesn't roll with his wetter no more. Until he told me that the reason is because chef niggas I was not the meta no more. He said that the TTK is too high, attachments can't make it better no more. Now he's rolling with a custom class, you can't call that weapon Beretta no more. My pronouns are nigga slash real, your pronouns are nigga slash bitch. My pronouns are that slash kid and your pronouns are nigga slash bitch. My pronouns are him slash him and your pronouns are nigga slash bitch. My pronouns are nigga slash real and your pronouns are nigga slash bitch. Of course, of course, of course. Find them, carbine them. Them can't diss none of my friend. We bad man from my lane. Informer, we not like them. We not love them. We not trust them. Some of you have to block that, rush them. Big 4-5 man bust them. Boy dead when gunshot touch them. Find them, carbine them. Them can't diss none of my friend. We bad man from my lane. Informer, we not like them. We not love them. We not trust them. Some of you have to block that, rush them. Big 4-5 man bust them. Boy dead when gunshot touch. You're not a boss, I paid the cost, took my loss, paid my debt, now everything's squashed. Boss, man. Side by side, can't take us when we're side by side. We multiply like 5 times 5. Yo, everyone ride, side by side. Can't take us when we're side by side. We multiply like 5 times 5. Yo, everyone ride, side by side. Can't take us when we're side by side. We multiply like 5 times 5. Yo, everyone ride, side by side. Can't take us when we're side by side. We multiply like 5 times 5. Yo, everyone ride.
Stop all the talk. I said stop all the talk. Punch. Blaze. Knock man into a daze. Just come back from war without a graze. Over 1 million views, and I ain't talking plays. Just call. Come. When I say turning soul, they better know I ain't talking a farm. Talk intelligent, I mean talk with charm. Please, don't start talking arms. You will see flash and stars. I said I don't want to see a tool make its way to your gums. Won't see a single sweat on my palms.
I tried to holler at you, couldn't get through when I hollered at you. It's like every time I holler at you, don't go through when I holler at you. It's like everyone's following you. I just feel like I'm bothering you and don't know covering you. Tell me, are they troubling you? I tried to holler at you, couldn't get through when I hollered at you. It's like every time I holler at you, don't go through when I holler at you. It's like everyone's pressuring you. Tell me, is anyone messing with you? AK rifle messing with who? Shotgun team.
fall, DVD, better pack up and gun. Got the lyrics on me mouth it like a bullet from a gun. Enough for me brain when me gain wisdom, cool down. No matter run me down, say cool down. DVD, better pack up and gun. Got the lyrics on me mouth it like a bullet from a gun. Enough for me brain when me gain wisdom, cool down. No matter run me down, say cool down. DVD, better pack up and gun. Got the lyrics on me mouth it like a bullet from a gun. Enough for me brain when me gain wisdom, cool down. No matter run me down, say cool down. If I did this, then you come cool down. No matter run me down, say cool. Oh look at girl and let you have fun, cool down. No matter run me down, say cool down. They wanna be a that cool down. No matter run me down, say cool. Two weeks and they say this game gonna too much heat. And I do them 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 heat. While they put him on a put me on a cold concrete. Get up and bust the flowers and take where it is. Then they matter about a few of them feet. Then they go out the cold, get up and look sweet. When I pass by I respect and be too much heat. And I do them 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 be and the wicked. In a full of
on my chest. I'm rolling around like a spirit that's free. 20 years on Caribbean hip hop like Robin. Girl be like, oh gosh, William school. Dons are like, I went to William school. In life had a million fools, but I came back spraying at a million fools. No luck in the land of the lazy, they should know.
Yes, yes.
I'm cool.
Locked into the sounds of Rach and Sade from Spotlight events.
Lost in the midst of the fame, but I know
tearing it up in Mode. Keep it locked.
Good. Hear 'em when I take a walk for the hood. See, I do mean well, even if I done wrong. You wanna know me? I put my life in a song. Being on the main stage is the vibe that I'm on. I gotta take care of family and done. So let's move on. Thank all the DJs for all the radio airplay. We're on the airwaves, getting played on a regular basis. We set the pace, leave regular traces of greatness. We inspire the whole nation. Now we're taking them back to basics. You wanna know who I rep for? That's Bro Deep Boy, better know, and the A-list. It's why I live life to the fullest. Me and my 3 teams at the callest. Passport rinse ever since, what you call it? Simple, that's what you call it. Opinions, they can never backseat. I'll be glad to leave them in a taxi. I work hard, that's why I ball out. Bags and chains a lot, I bring them all out. You see the smiley that explains yapping. Hand in the air cause the jaw keeps clapping. I'm in the dance and that's what keeps happening. Man, I'm trying to chew off my ear. One tune got me ready for the hype though. When I skank out, girl, I saying I'm a one foot skank like a rasta man. I eat well, I'm a chicken and pasta man. I like rice, basmati. I live life, I'm quite happy. I got kids that don't need nappies. Want the new vocals, SM9 sell the Mackies. I got too many black night trackies. Won't let it out to this damn night dappy. Wanna be a perfectionist. I was born, I was raised, I was meant for this. I'm gone, I'm faded. I feel better in life cause I've made it. GTV and I'm pacing. About 50 ladies I'm chasing. Gone, I'm racing. Teacher Rock got my heart racing. Asking me who I'm dating. I'm just looking around and I'm taking. Tens, bit special. Much hotter than water from a kettle. Falling out and that's natural. Anybody hating, they can all settle. Flying, I'm floating. Got money for life, I'm not joking. Joking. Got money for life, I'm not joking. Yeah. Esky boy. Step 1 to 20 complete. All time I'm famo. Roll deep, boy, better know. A-list. I'm telling you.
I'm so fucking high. It should be like illegal to get this high this fucking early. This high.
Go to fucking work.
No problem.
Skang. 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 Me and Killer Man boss off the big skang. 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 Me and Killer Man reload the big skang. Car. 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 Skang pan road, no skang in a car. 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 Me and Killer Man love rolling a car. Road. 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 Gun in and I'm in a war with sword.
Oi. Rolling out bangers.
Sword. Shot in a face like dart in a board. Real. 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 Bullet like you bumble welding screen. 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 Who can hear them mama I go feel?
Pussy all you don't know me. See me on the roadside rolling. Like say you feel it can rolling. Me have the machine ready for them. Ready for them. Now make me have to strolling. When the big dog rolling. You don't want to see when one shot start beat. It will be like when dog a eat tribe. Come and stop in the whole lot of them. Tell you the truth, I not care about them. Cause when me dump it, them, me a go send back up if it. Man, a bad man from a long time. I swear down, you can ask all your people them. Looking at my face, brother man, you don't wanna see man when me get evil then.
Then, you don't wanna see me get evil. Worse, shot in the face, make it send for the nurse. Nurse. Doctor can't fix you, send to the earth. Earth. Doctor can't fix you, send to the earth. Black. Funeral start everybody in a black. Papa in a suit and mama in a frock.
Oh, say what you know me. See me on the roadside rolling. Like say you feel it can rolling. Me have the machine ready for them.
I'm talking to you, jacking me and I'm walking. Spin that man when I walk in the booth. Go nowhere, I call it the roof. The rest are wicked, I sleep with dead. 100 pounds a head. Speak up and speak with chest. I stay highly blessed. I'm the one who's next. Aim for the king. Off his head. The rest are wicked, I sleep with dead. 100 speak up and speak with chest. I stay highly blessed. I'm the one who's next. Aim for the head. I ain't gotta watch no back, that's light. I ain't get that for personal price. All up front, I ain't gotta ask twice. Who's get made from noon till night? And who's get made from dusk till dawn? I ain't going around nobody at all. Go on and draw for the tool. Can't take big sick man for a fool. Can't take big sick man for a punk. Been on the grind for a month. We can do it once. Big up says she's only met once. I ain't cashed out cause I know my worth. I don't need no words. If I get in a curse, the rest of the wicked, I'll sleep when I'm dead. 100 miles ahead. Speak up and speak with chest. I stay highly blessed. I'm the one who's next. Aim for the king. Off his head. The rest of the wicked, I'll sleep when I'm dead. 100 miles ahead. Speak up and speak with chest. I stay highly blessed. I'm the one who's next. Aim for the king. Off his head.
Yo, after a while, that big sick man, yeah? Sickest Hall of Fame, my greatest of all time.
Josh is being modest right now, but this is his tune.
When I'm next on the track, it's life if you're nice, I'm safe if you're calm. Gotta live life with a little bit of charm. That's why I buy nice guns and I write bars that are 5 stars, I'm all. Yo, I be sound as a plan that I found on the ground in time. Better get me around. All these man wanna fight in town. I just wanna sit with a pint in town. One time a girl man a nice in town. My lot are always life in town.
I'm on Kavos, but I prefer Guinness and Stat. Yeah, I'm sipping it down, I got a stick in my mouth and a spinning in pan. Mum on a scrap, one swinging his hat. Wait, I'm off and I'm out. Dubstep bangers, I'm offering out. Mum on a clash and I offer him out. I'll be knocking him out, you know what I'm about.
I'm cool if it's calm, I'm blessed if it's cash. Putting on a £5 bet with the lads. That's something that I get from my dad. That's something when I'm next on a track. It's life if you're nice, I'm safe if you're calm. Gotta live life with a little bit of charm. That's why I buy nice guns and I write bars that are 5 stars, I'm all.
I spit bar in the bar with him in red bar. Bar in the bar and kick 'em all raw. Bar in the bar and soul. I spit a bar in the bar and refuge.
I spit a bar in the bar when I'm in bar. Bar in the bar in market bar. Bar in the bar in bar. Bar in the bar in Weatherspoon.
This one, another little dub from me. Wanna Be Soundboy. Featuring samples from The Harder They Come, Jimmy Cliff. One of the greatest movies of all time.
Mr. P passing, everlasting. This one in a different style. Seeing, we'll take Mongo's I find family for life. Run it selector. Like 1, pick up them mic when we come. 2, pick up the whole venue. 3, fresh from my head to my video. 4, pick up the mic and 4, 5, catch the girl them eye. 6, mash up the dance the lyrics. 7, never want touch no weapons. These are the rules and lessons. Yeah, these are the rules of the dance. So make us chant them down real fast. Don't add back, don't add hard. Leave a soundboy lyrically star. People them see it, them tunes them hard. So me give it thanks and praise to the Lord. Split me a spot when me enter the dance. Make the people them a jump and a prance. Make the people them a jump and a bubble. Only good vibes in a cause no trouble. Lyrics on point, no model. Girl them wait in a dance for a cuddle. Hard, yes me a hustle. Hold tight silver, him and me uncle. Yeah me lyrics them a bigger than a Kimbo muscle. Pass me the mic, let me hustle. 1, pick out the mic when I come. 2, pick out the whole venue. 3, fresh from my head to my feet. 4, pick out the mic and 4, 5, catch a girl them eye. 6, mash up the dance with the lyrics. 7, never go and touch no weapon. These are the rules and lessons. In the game from early, still mash mic. If you chat slap me, you're not concern me. Only chat clean, never chat dirty. Roll up a thing that's green and herby. Strictly high grade, and we not taste herby. Ganja is healing, never want herby. Can't get me from this week. You know the name, it's a CP. Pick up the mic and make it look easy. Come now for 5 breezy. Said I got man home just like E.T. Music's my life, trust, believe me. Music's my wife, you will never gonna leave me. Yo, check out the arsenal, check out the CD. Never gonna get too greedy. Yo, 1, pick up the mic when I come. 2, pick up the whole venue. 3, fresh from my head to my feet. 4, pick up the mic and tour. 5, catch a girl them eye. 6, mash up the dance with lyrics. 7, never go and touch no weapon. These are the rules and lessons. Man, I set up the sound. Touchdown, we are the big name, so we gon' bring crowd. Sound it to Chris and Sweet. You already know that they want me loud. So when we touch down, we are the champion sound. We make a sound boy turn red and a frown. Drop it up, plate, they come and say wow. Yeah, I'm like boom, ow. I'm a local MC and an artist. We won't stop till me one of the artists. Have no stage, me no past it. Come in lyrics and I go on everlasting. Pass me the chalice, come make me blast it. Back to the place where the people are dancing. Don't miss the beat, him a go on outlasting. I'll be the last one laughing. Like 1, pick up the mic when I come. 2, pick up the whole venue. 3, fresh from my head to my feet. 4, pick up the mic and tour. 5, catch the girl them high. 6, mash up the dance the lyrics. 7, never want touch no weapon. These are the rules and lessons. Yo.
Yes, yes. You've been listening to the sounds of Rach and Sade from Spotlight Events on the Tallboy Show. Thank you so much both for coming up from Brighton. It's been lovely. We've got Sade seeing us out with the last few tunes now. Heavyweight business. Once again, big up Spotlight Events, big up Rach, big up Sade. Thank you for coming down.